come to find out about Jack?
Well, we knew that he had he tweaked something a while ago, a week or so ago, and he aggravated that the other night in our game. So knew that he was uncomfortable after the game, and that yesterday wasn't feeling a lot better. They sent him for some tests, and ultimately found out this morning that he's going to need some time.
So Peter, presumably for the next little while, but what about Eric Jalkin? You know?
Well, just know that they really like him down with the Marlies, and that he's done a good job there. His play has been good, but they really like his demeanor and his work ethic and all those kind of things. So this certainly will be an opportunity for Peter to run with it here. A good chance for us to get to know Shalgren better for sure.
Where do you feel Peter is at?
Well, I think he's in a good place. I think that he's, for a guy like him that's been in the league and has played a lot through his career, I think, now you're going to get lots of opportunity here. This situation right here is an exact reason why you go out and sign a guy like Peter to partner with Jack. So, here we are.
What made you decide to split John and William up?
I just think it's a combination. Well, I think when I look at it, for me, we've had two lines that have really been thriving. Matthews line, obviously, but the Kampf line as well with Engvall and Mikheyev there has been outstanding for us for a good stretch of time. And then we've had two other lines, both John's line and then our line that had Spez and Simmons. They're not as good. So we need to be a team where four lines are going well. So we're not there. So this is just an attempt to do that. I mean, obviously we did that a little while ago as well, in terms of spreading things out a little bit more and seeing how that is, and having that Kerfoot, Nylander chemistry there. Obviously, those guys did really well as a pair for us, in the playoffs last year, and we have that. And then, with Kerfoot specifically, I mean, here's a guy that's just, you look at the type of season he's having, right? He's looks like he's on pace for 50 points or something like that with no power play time, and has done everything that we've asked of him as a player for us. And now we've asked him to play center here again and moving things around that way, and then put Will with him. We'll see what we have there, and gets an opportunity for us to get Kasha back up and with John, and then keeps Robertson in that place as well. So just a good chance for us to move some things around in an effort to try to get two more lines going.
Do you have a theory why the chemistry between John and William hasn't been maybe to their standard or your standard for the last while?
Well, I think both guys in their own way haven't played to their individual standard. So when that happens, the line's gonna suffer. Obviously, it's not just that it hasn't produced at a high level. It's just they've been scored on a lot as a group. So that's not good enough, and we need to shake some things up and see what can come of it when we have this type of look.
Looks like Jake got another good sweat, but Jake must have got another good sweat in today. Closer to a timeline on him.
No, I don't think. I mean, with the nature of his injury, it's not one that you can put a timeline on. It's really just how he feels. The fact that he continues to skate and work out every day, we're very encouraged by. But in terms of timeline, that'll be up to him and the medical team as he continues to work at it here.
How much does the team miss him, not only for how he defends, but the attitude that he brings to defending, how that might rub off on guys even in game?
Yeah, a great deal. I mean, he's a guy that's looked to a lot, both in what he brings on the ice from those competitive elements, the defensive elements, but his experience, and perspective in the room. A guy who's won. A guy that's been here and been through a lot now since he's come over and become a Leaf. Yeah, so we miss him greatly in that regard. But he's in the building every day. He's around the team. He's in meetings and stuff like that. So we do feel his presence, but certainly miss it in games.
What more are you looking for from William for him to get his mojo kind of going again?
Yeah, just move his feet, get involved, get engaged on both sides of the puck. As we know, start of the season, that was. He was really thriving, and feet were moving. It looked like he was playing free out there and competing, and things were happening, and things have really stalled here. And so I think that's just really it, is just get the feet moving, get engaged, get on the puck, do the little things that kind of create offense and get things going. I mean, we've been talking a ton about the Matthews, Bunting, and Marner line, and for good reason. But you watched how those guys play. I mean, their feet don't stop. They're forechecking, they're tracking, they're doing all the things that create pucks in favorable situations where the opposition is not in a good position to defend. And I don't think John and Williams' line has done that to anywhere close to that level. So that's why you just move things around a little bit. You got Kerfoot and Simmer that are going to skate and are going to forecheck and do those things, and then you get Kasha and Robertson that are certainly going to move their feet. I have no questions about that. So just kind of see how that goes.
You've said in the past he likes the tough love approach. He likes being maybe grinded on by a coach. But how is that balance for you? Because you can't use all the bullets in your chamber, for lack of a better term, in terms of motivating guys. Like, how do you, when you know when to push and when to pull back on a guy who's not?
Well, we've been really patient. We've been really patient with that line, first of all. But I mean, and let's not focus too much on Will here. Like, as I look at it, as I was saying, we've got two lines that are thriving. I don't know what's the third line, what's the fourth line. I don't have that answer. Like I was telling you, I mean, Kerfoot and Nylander, that was line our top six when we played in the playoffs last year, and maybe our best line, most effective line. So you have that element. So wherever you want to talk about it or where it's placed in the lineup, it's irrelevant to me. You look at the ice time, the other night. You have the Matthews group, but then at 5-on-5, lines 2, 3, and 4 at 5-on-5, the ice time's pretty much identical, and that's really what we're, where we're at, and until lines start to really separate themselves. So this is just an effort for us to try to find something that is going to get all four lines moving.
Spence out again tonight, Phil.
Sorry?
Spence out again tonight.
Spez will be out again tonight. Yeah, just, I talked to Spez. When we sat him the other night, it was the back-to-back, the travel, all those kind of things, and Cash coming back in. And our decision here tonight is really more so just this look that we're going with tonight. We do want to get a look at that here today. I've already told him I fully expect him to be back in the mix and back rolling after today. But for today, with the different elements I've talked about here, Nick Robertson and all those things, we're going to give him tonight off as well.
Sandy Narberger again.
Yeah, similar. Like Sandy, like he's been in a tough spot here. Like he's feeling better for sure, but he's looked at it. I mean, he hasn't played a game in over, I think it's about 8 days or something. Or sorry, hasn't practiced with the team in about 8 days. Hasn't played in a week. So the schedule itself has been hard for us to really get him to the point where we feel good about where he's at and all of that. And then we've been happy with the defense and how it's gone. I mean, I think Dermott and Labushkin have done a really good job there. Brody and Hall, we like that, and we like the lefty-righty with Riley and Lilligren. So combination of where Sandy's at with this lack of practice time and game time and all of that. We do have a practice coming tomorrow, so things will be a little bit more normal for us after today. So all things just pointed towards us just leaving it the same for now.
With Jack's situation, when you reflect on Jack's situation, is there any sense that maybe the injury was on his mind and contributing to some of the mental block he was dealing with in the last little bit? Or?
No, I don't think so. I don't think it's been around as that long. I don't think that's anything at play. In fact, it's he himself was feeling quite comfortable with where he was at, but it just seems like he aggravated it a little bit the other night. After some tests here now, he's going to need some time.
New deal for Kyle Clifford. I mean, you guys are at full health. What's it going to take for him to get back in the lineup?
Yeah, patience. And I've talked to him about that. We know who he is and know what he provides. He is. We've talked about Muzzin and his presence. There, Clifford has some very similar value to us in terms of being around, and we've had him with our group. We've had him in warm-ups, all those things. So he's really close. Obviously, another situation where Nick Robertson's presence and how we've been giving him opportunity is taken away a little bit from Cliff, but we like a lot about him and the elements that he brings. His character is top-notch. His experience can't be questioned. So, with the new deal, I think it makes a lot of sense to have him around and keep him in the mix. I know he's hungry to play, and I'm aware of that. He's just, I guess similar to Spez in his situation now, is just need some patience and wait for some opportunity there to open up.
The talent split the way it is, does that mean it might be more of an even split in terms of line goes, in terms of deployment? Than just
Well, as I was saying, that's kind of how things have played out anyhow, and it's a lot of that's because of the camp flying has been outstanding for us with those three guys, the way they've been playing. So that's evened things out a little bit, taking a little bit more away from John that way. I'm going to adjust the lines and line up depending on what's happening in the game. In the game and what's how the players are playing and who gives us the best opportunity to get going. I mean, it's like I said, we've been real patient with that with the Tavares and Nylander group, and we have belief in that, and I suspect we will get back to that. But for now, until we can, get our group really moving throughout the lineup, like we feel like or we know we need to, we're just going to try some different things here.